Welcome, everyone, to Wellness with Dipal Shah. I am your host, Dipal Shah, and today we have a special guest here with us today. And he's a shaman, he's a medicine man. And I don't know if you guys have ever experienced speaking with a shaman or have experienced healing with a shaman. But he's a medium, a psychic healer, and he's got some amazing information for us today. And I had met him online. I wanted to find out more about his gifts, his work, and how he became a shaman and how he has helped the world. And his name is Max. And Max, I don't want to mispronounce your last name.
Yeah.
So share with us what your full name is. Max, how do you say it?
Yeah, normally it's Maximilian, but Max, everyone knows me by Max. And Nieuwenhuis is the family name or surname.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, it's so wonderful to have you here with us today. And Max has over 30 years of experience in spirituality, and he has been appointed the shaman / medicine man. And he has been taught by shaman guides, and we're going to talk to him a little bit more, get to know him and his work. So thank you all for being here. And thank you, Max, for being here with me today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's so wonderful to connect with you. So first of all, I want to know.
Yeah.
Tell me about your journey. Tell me about how you came to do this work.
How I came to do this work.
Yeah.
Well, I go back then to my youth, actually, when I was about 2 years old. Then I met my first spirit guide, my totem animal, my white wolf, and afterwards I was said, well, later on you will use that name, White Wolf, and my spirit. And I was in the hospital at the time. I had lung problems, lung pneumonia. And I remember I was in the hospital, and I remember long corridors of beds and everything, and I was running through that with my spirits, actually, and I was feeling very lonely at the time, but could connect very well with my spirit guides. And later on I got my bear spirit guide, and my raven and my cobra and so on. And then for a long time I didn't do anything with it because I was too young at the time. And then around 8, when I was around 8, I thought it was really funny, actually, because I was able to, I had made some, I remember it was out of paper. I made some calendar thing with an arrow. And when I pointed it on the sun, it always started to shine in the window. So I thought it's something amazing happening there. And later on, I found out as well, when I call in the winds of the south, the north, the west, and the east, and I spread my hands and I ask for them, I immediately get the winds around me. And when I get the winds around me and I think of like pushing away a cloud or something, it just moves. And started already at 8. Later on, I worked it out when I was older. But I started very young, and I grew up actually in the south of France, where I lived for 22 years because my parents moved there. I was born in Holland, in Amsterdam, moved to Cannes, southern France. And I never wanted to be with children of my own age. I always wanted to be alone. And I always went to the forest, and I went on the mountain, and I took lots of animals that I saw there with me, like crickets and little snakes and everything, little things, lizards and so on. And I went just actually out there and be with my spirits and try to meditate a lot. And I was about 5-6 years old at the time.
Yeah, it's beautiful how you discovered that at such a young age. Do you think that most children are open to this energy and that they recognize it, because I feel like they don't really recognize it. They, because children love to play outside.
Yeah, they love to play outside.
Yeah, they love it. But I don't think they recognize the gifts or the signs.
I don't think that everyone has the signs either. I think there are some old souls, what I call old souls, that reincarnate back in every lifetime.
Mm.
And I see earth souls. Earth souls are people that live for one lifetime on Earth, and then they become an angel, or they become the help in the other realm to clean the realm or something else like that. I don't think that everyone returns. Only old souls return.
Wow. So why is that? Why is it that the old souls would return and then some just come and go? Um, it's such
I
an interesting
think
concept. Do you
that's.
know why that happens?
I believe that it is something to do um, with the lives we had previously. Like I know, for instance, that I have like a master soul, which is set to help other souls on their destiny.
Yeah.
And I know that my twin soul, she has that as well.
Mm.
And she's working still on that, but she has binding fear, so that's an other story. Maybe later on we pass to that. But
Right.
I was first saying, yeah, about yeah, we were talking about children. Some children have it. Some
Yeah.
children now in the 80s, in the 60s, when you were born in the 60s, you're in indigo
Yeah.
child, and I think you're also indigo, if you can see it well in your eyes. And and later on, around the 80s, there's crystal kids, and
Right.
they're more advanced. And in the 90s, we have rainbow children, and the rainbow are the third generation, and they're even more advanced into everything. They're very high sensitive. They feel
Yeah.
everything, react to everything. And they're here actually also to help the humankind.
Yeah.
And
I
we are now all slowed down actually because of this Corona thing and so on.
yeah. Yeah. Do you think that that has impacted the old souls or
I
just
think it will.
everybody in general?
I think it does impact a lot of old souls.
Yeah.
But I also think that a lot of old souls, I don't know about your part of America, but I know that here, like in Holland and wherever in Europe, there are lots of people, spiritual people, that don't get vaccinated because of it.
Right.
Because
Right.
they're scared. We don't know what's going to happen,
Exactly.
So
Exactly. And we talk about shamanism, and
yeah.
can you just explain to our listeners who have never
Yeah.
heard of what that means? What does shamanism mean?
What does shamanism mean? Shamanism is actually, for me, it is like connecting with nature, being one with nature. Like in the early age, when you start very young, sometimes, but you can also start at an older age. Nowadays, you have many shamanic courses you can do.
Yeah.
But I think that, like, the true, when you're guided by spirit, you get you already get it at a very young age, and sometimes at an older age you can connect with spirit, but you're always connected also to like your drum or your to fire, or to the four elements like earth, fire, air, and water.
Mm.
And it's very, very special. Like, and then you have the underworld, and you have the top world, and so on. And you have your shamanic guides, like I have my wolf, my raven, and my bear, and my cobra. Mostly I use my raven and my wolf, and I have them like, and from the underworld. They come up with me and they fly wherever I go. And like here in Holland, we don't have a lot of ravens, but the
Oh,
crows, they understand it. So they come to me in the morning and they sit near my window, and they
oh,
go this wah wah wah, and I communicate with them like in their language. And I go wah wah, and if they have a message for me, I feel their energy signature.
yeah.
Like, if it is positive, then I know, okay, it's a good message, everything is all right. And if it is like another message. I feel the energy signature of the bird. And then I say, well, protect that person, because I know that some people I have that I care for a lot, and I always ask them to protect him.
Yeah. It's funny you brought up crows because some people are scared of crows.
Yeah.
Are crows, if a crow presents to you, is that like a spirit animal? Like, how do we know our spirit animals? Because a lot of us don't know.
I mostly I see with the person. I can see which animal goes with them.
Yeah.
But I also mostly you can go into a meditation. You can go through meditation, and of course, like a meditation in a meditation form, and you can get across your spirit animal or your spirit guide or your totem animal. And as a shaman, I can
just show
also
up in your yard again and again and again.
yeah.
Yeah.
What I usually do as well with when I'm with clients online or whatever, I tell them, listen, if I see that they're really like wanting to go further with their spiritual thing, I tell them, listen, I give you a guide for you, because as a shaman I can give animals. So I give you a white owl, for instance, as a spirit guide now. And then I tell them to visualize that white owl and to give it a name. And when they do go into meditation, to call for the white owl, and then they will see the white owl and they will tell me, and we saw the white owl, and it was telling me what to do. So I said, well, that's how it worked.
I love it. I
Yeah,
love it.
and I do those things quite often with people, and um, I just enjoy like helping people, being there for people. I've done that actually all my life, but um, my dad was actually narcissistic, so very dominant person. I had not a lot of contact with him, and he wanted me to go into business when I was young. So I went 4 years. I did a Bachelor of Business in Brussels with 2 years of law, international law, business law combined, and I did a master degree in Monaco.
Oh, wow.
So and then I speak 5-6 languages beside that. But
Wow.
then I went from import and export companies, and I went back to basic, because there was a voice in me that said, go back to basic. And for me, going back to basic is helping people.
Yeah.
So I thought I'll stop everything, and that was a few years back. I stopped everything what I'm doing, because it's not going anywhere. And I'm going to start helping people, because that's my basis, and that's my basics for me. And like I've 30 years of experience now because of it all. But I love helping people, and I say to lots of people, like, listen to your heart. If you choose a job, choose it with your heart, because if you don't, you get a burnout. If it is not chosen with your heart, if it's chosen something with your mind, you will get a burnout in the job you're doing, because then the job is not chosen with your heart.
Yeah.
You agree with that?
Oh, I agree with that, because that's where I was. I studied biochemistry, and I did my MBA, and then I wanted to work in the pharmaceutical industry. Like, that was my passion. Like, that was something that I was driven towards. I wanted to be a manager, up there in corporate. And all of a sudden, it's amazing how things just shifted for me, where I was not enjoying it anymore. I just wanted out, but I didn't want to leave something called a job, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not like I needed the money. I just needed to feel like something was mine, like something that I had to go to on a daily basis, because I felt empty without it. I had worked since I was 17. And so for me, it was like, oh my God, I'm losing a piece of me. But I was unhappy in it.
Yeah.
And then one day I decided, I said, okay, that's it. I'm going to make that move. And when I did, that's how I found energy healing. And now I'm aligned to my purpose, passion, and meaning of my life. And so I completely understand what you mean by saying, do something you enjoy doing. You know, we might be, you know, in India, Max, we are told to be one of three things. Okay. You're either an engineer, a pharmacist, or a doctor. So most Indians, you're going to see them in one of those three fields, you know?
Yeah.
And but that was a belief that they make the most money. And now there are so many things available to us. And I know that there are so many light workers and healers that want to create a business. They want to be out there. And what is one advice that you can give, because you have a business, you know, or a place where people can find you? I have one, but what would your advice be for those who do want to come out and do this work?
I think to start small, first of all. Like I would suggest, like if you know how to heal, everyone knows how to heal actually, because we all have had children, or some of us had children. When you're very young, you hold your child against you, and that's like the healing, the warmth in your hands already come from there, you know. So everyone can learn it. The more you practice, the faster you can learn it as well. But if they want to go, like being, they think they have already the want to go in the shamanic roots, to I would suggest get a drum, you know. Like I have a drum here. I have several drums here. I have like one here right now with me.
Oh, I love it.
And I do usually, when I do healings as well, I do my soul language. I use my soul language in it to heal, because it gives more, and I can feel which side I have to go to. With some people, I have to go, if they have like dark energies with them, I have to go very deep, and I go into my Egyptian side, like from another lifetime with the pharaohs. I feel like I was an incarnation that time of Ra, the sun god, and I can go into the old Egyptian or ancient Egyptian language, and I can use my soul language to take that energies away, like energies that don't belong there. But if I go into more like Native American soul language, then it takes other energies. It gives more energy to people.
Right. So my question is, would you be willing right now to kind of tune into the planet, right?
Right.
And give us a little bit of the healing, just a sample of it, like a mini healing. Would you be able to do that right now for us?
Yeah, sure. I can.
We would love that. All right. So do you need everyone to close their eyes, or?
Yeah, you can close your eyes if you want, and maybe you can tell me afterwards, and maybe I bring in a trance somewhere, and that you can see something as well.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Yeah, guide us.
Ooh, ooh. Zindua hinde wa hea, azandu. How was that?
Wow, that was beautiful, Max.
Yeah,
As soon as you started,
yeah,
and I saw you're like a wolf, like a white wolf.
right.
Okay. And then I can see a goat.
Wow. Yeah,
Okay. I saw a goat come and I saw the sun. What does that mean?
the sun.
Yeah.
Well, I think that
Well, what did the combination of all three of those mean?
well, the white wolf is one of my spirit guides, so probably it comes to you to show
Yeah.
you that the presence that it is with you, and it shows you the power, and that you're like loved and put into love, in a ball of love, and so on, and it putting you into protection as well, because the wolf is protective animal,
Yeah.
and the sun is like the son of Ra, and it comes like sun god and puts you into a wholeness, more into light. It gives you a golden light, so that you're into healing light as well. Um, and the goat is one of the animals that brings you like also some kind of fortune, I think. It's
Mm,
seen, it's very holy also, like you said earlier on, in India and so on. It's very holy, the goat.
yes. Wow. So thank you for that. And I hope that our audience who
Yeah.
is listening or watching, that you also benefited from this beautiful shamanic experience. And there was something that I did see. You have a book, right, Max?
I have a book,
The shape shifting.
The Shapeshifter, but
Yeah,
it is not yet published.
it's not.
I'm still
Okay.
writing on it. I'm about 60,000 words, but I want to make it like at least 220 pages
Yeah.
before I
Well,
publish
I
it.
can't wait. Do you know
But
when, what is it about, first of all, and when is it coming out, do you think?
yeah, well, whenever I've written the whole thing,
Okay. Okay. So there's no time frame.
no, not yet. But I want to publish it as soon as possible. But
Yeah.
I need the time to write it as well. I want to write it half about my life.
Yeah.
It's about my life from the beginning, actually. Um, but I also put exercises near to it. So how to see a balance in your own chakras, how to
Mm,
do breathe techniques, how to yeah, well, when you have fever, what to try, and take herbs. Which herbs you take, like lavender is very good to calm you down in the evening, and so on. And those kinds of things are all in the book as well, to
oh,
give a little
wow.
bit of exercises of other things near to only a story of myself. And the
Yeah.
shapeshifter actually came because I know if I go outside to the forest, I used to be able to shapeshift into my white wolf for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and dogs could see it. If they were walking by, they could see this change in me
Mm,
of the white wolf, and they would just run away far away when they saw it. Saw the ears coming up, and they saw it, and then they just barked away and run away.
wow.
So I see myself quite often also in like in visions back into like Cherokee times and so on. I see myself back into the mountains, and I see myself running as a white wolf near a lake, a long lake, and I see like red mountains in the back. And then I see myself change into this Indian or Native American, and back again into my wolf, and it repeats all the time. And
Wow. Well, that's
yeah,
amazing. That is so amazing. I love it. Well, I can't wait till your book comes out. And I know you're going to be on Spirituality Magazine.
yeah,
Is that coming up as well?
that's already out. It's
Oh, that's
not
already out.
in Dutch, but it is published. Yeah,
Awesome.
published
Awesome.
an article on me.
Awesome. That is amazing.
Yeah,
So where can people find you? Because you provide healing sessions, you provide coaching,
Yeah.
you provide other spiritual services. So where can people find you?
Where can they find me? They can find me mostly on my website.
Okay. And what is that?
www and then Shaman, which is SJAMAAN, and then Whitewolf.nl. And then you have the English version, the French version, the German version, or the Dutch version.
Perfect. And then what about Facebook?
I'm also on Facebook. I have my shamanic group, Shamanic and Spiritual Healings, which is a group which I have about 7,800 people in there now. And I'm also on Facebook, of course.
Yeah. So if you want to follow Max's work, so there's two ways to do that, his website as well as Facebook, and we will include all the links. So thank you so much, Max, for being here and sharing with us your gift. And for everyone who is here listening or watching, thank you so much, and download this episode. And if you need anything from me, my name is Dipal Shah, and you can connect with me at dipalshah@anandaforlife.com. Also, don't forget, we have the global gathering coming up October 20th. And we are very excited. We just had the global gathering in September, and it was a music festival. Now, as you know, once a month we have the global gathering, and this one is coming up October 20th. You could register on my website at ananda4life.com/global gathering. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Thank you, Max. Namaste, everybody.
Namaste.